Hello everyone, Dorani here from VG247 and here are the top games releasing in July 2022. But first, a question. What's been your favorite game of the year so far? Okay, let's get started. First on the list, we have F1 22. I'm glad F1 in general has grown in popularity over the recent years, which means more people are taking interest in the games. It's a new season and of course that means you'll get to race in all of the new licensed cars that the teams have built. You also get to race on a new Miami Autodrome track as well as some of the other tracks that have been updated to more accurately match the real world layouts. A big feature coming to the PC version of the game is VR, so you can race from the driver's POV for extra immersion. VR is the biggest addition, but across the board there's been updates to things like safety cars, formation laps, pit stops, AI. In general, you should have more control over the game. F1 22 is out July 1st on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. I can't lie, I love a side-scrolling platformer, and this one is set in a cyberpunk world. LOOPMANCER is out on the 13th of July, and it's a roguelike action game where players will hack and slash their way through Dragon City as a detective who has come back to life after an unexpected death. For a 2.5D side-scroller, it has some pretty decent visuals. It being a roguelike means that LOOPMANCER, every run will be different, with randomly generated rooms, over 100 weapons, their skills and items, it all changes from run to run, but it does have a persistent story. It looks like fun. LOOPMANCER is coming to PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Next on the list is one for you cat lovers out there, Stray. It's an adventure game about a cat who's fallen into a dystopian city and has to figure out his way home. We haven't seen much about Stray because it is a short game and they don't want to spoil the story, but from what we've seen so far, I'm really loving the cat's movement around the city and how these robots react naturally to the cat's behavior. And this cat is not alone. It has a little backpack named B12 that will help guide you through the city, help you solve puzzles and translate conversations with the city's robot inhabitants. Me and VG247 guide writer Kelsey did a preview for Stray if you want to learn more, but it's out July 19th on PlayStation and PC. As Dusk Falls looks interesting. It's an interactive drama, super heavy with the narrative gameplay, similar to games like Until Dawn or The Quarry. It's a cinematic story about two families' lives who you'll be controlling. The story is told over 30 years, starting in 1998 after the family's lives are entangled when a robbery goes wrong. I really like the visual stylization. Is that a word? What I'm trying to say is that the art style is pretty unique. The backgrounds are all 3D, but the characters themselves have been digitally rendered in. A feature that I can't wait to see in action is the multiplayer. With these sorts of games, it's all about player choice. You know, what you do in the early stages of the story can drastically affect what happens later on. Those choices are usually reserved for one player in other games, but in As Dusk Falls, you can play up to 8-player co-op, locally or online. But who has 8 controllers locally? The devs have thought about that and the answer is no one. But there is a handy mobile companion app that they've designed so everyone can take part. As Dusk Falls is out on the 19th of July for Xbox and PC and is a day one on Xbox Game Pass. What happens when the world is slowly ending? For us humans, it might look a little bit like The Last of Us, Fallout or Metro, but what happens to the animals? That's exactly what we find out in Endling, Extinction is Forever. You play as the last mother fox on Earth and you and your cubs need to navigate this brutal world and do what it takes to survive and keep the cubs alive. And you know what? I can just tell there's going to be some heartbreaking story moments in this game and I don't know if I can handle it, even with its cozy art style. It looks like a great little game with a wicked concept. It's out on the 19th of July on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Also, if you want to give it a try, there is a demo that you can play on Steam right now. I'm really excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's a continuation on the previous games. I never completed the previous games because these games are not short at all. I'm talking 70 hours, but I got far enough to understand what makes these RPGs so special. For me, it's about the party customization and the battle systems. It's very in-depth and engaging, and that's being expanded upon further in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Better distinguished roles in your party, more control over your party as a whole, flashy arts that can link into big combos and chain attacks, and newly added is the Ouroboros. That's where 2 of your party members fuse together to turn into these giants that have their own special attack moves. But apart from the combat, big story with a new cast of characters, but just remember, Xenoblade games are a big time commitment that can get very complex, so make sure you've got the time for it. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is out on July 29th and is an exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. those are our top games coming in July 2022. Did anything catch your eye? Let me know down in the comments. My name is Durrani from VG247. Make sure you check out the website, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.